The Caribbean Sea, a jewel of turquoise and azure kissed by the tropical sun. Its warm waters teem with life, a vibrant tapestry woven from countless threads of biodiversity. From the coral reefs bustling with activity to the tranquil seagrass meadows, this underwater world captivates the imagination. Generations have lived upon its bounty, their lives entwined with its rhythms. Yet this precious ecosystem faces unprecedented challenges, a stark reminder of our planet's fragility. For centuries, explorers and adventurers have been drawn to these waters, lured by the promise of discovery and the allure of the unknown. The Caribbean Sea, however, holds more than just historical significance. It's a cradle of biodiversity, a vital ecosystem that supports a rich array of life. But the very existence of this underwater paradise is under threat, menaced by the impacts of pollution, climate change, and unsustainable fishing practices. The time to act is now, to preserve this natural wonder, not just for the myriad species that call it home, but also for future generations who deserve to experience its magic. Dive beneath the surface and a world of wonder unfolds. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, explode in a kaleidoscope of colors. Intricate formations built by tiny coral polyps over millennia provide shelter for a dazzling array of marine life. Fish, adorned in vibrant hues, dart in and out of crevices. Sea turtles, ancient mariners, glide gracefully through the water. Sharks, apex predators crucial to the health of the ecosystem, patrol their domain. The Caribbean Sea is a symphony of life, each species playing a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance. Beyond the reefs, vast meadows of seagrass sway gently in the current. These underwater gardens provide food and shelter for a different cast of characters. Manatees, gentle giants, graze peacefully on the seagrass blades. Seahorses, masters of camouflage, cling to the swaying fronds. Coral reefs and seagrass meadows are the cornerstones of the Caribbean's marine ecosystem. They act as nurseries, providing shelter for juvenile fish and invertebrates. They are also vital feeding grounds, attracting a diverse array of predators. The health of these habitats is inextricably linked to the overall health of the Caribbean Sea. Coral reefs, in particular, are incredibly biodiverse. They support more species per unit area than any other marine environment on Earth. The intricate structures created by the corals provide a multitude of niches for different species to thrive. Seagrass meadows, while less visually spectacular than coral reefs, are equally important. They filter the water, improving water clarity and quality. Their roots stabilize the seabed, helping to protect coastlines from erosion. The Caribbean Sea teems with a staggering diversity of marine life. Over 900 species of fish inhabit its waters, from the tiny, brightly colored reef fish to the larger pelagic species like tuna and marlin. Sharks, often misunderstood creatures, play a vital role as apex predators, keeping populations of other fish in check and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Sea turtles, ancient mariners, grace the Caribbean Sea with their presence. These reptiles, some of which have been around since the time of the dinosaurs, play a crucial role in maintaining healthy seagrass beds and coral reefs. Manatees, those gentle giants, are another iconic inhabitant of the Caribbean. These herbivores spend their days grazing on seagrass, their slow movements and placid nature endearing them to many. The Caribbean's marine life is a testament to the sea's richness and the interconnectedness of life within its depths. The Caribbean Sea's ecosystem is a delicate web of life, with each species playing a crucial role in maintaining its balance. The intricate relationships between predator and prey, grazer and plant, are essential for the system's health. Disruptions to this delicate balance can have cascading effects throughout the ecosystem. Overfishing, for example, can deplete populations of key species, disrupting the food web and impacting the entire ecosystem. Pollution from land-based sources, such as agricultural runoff and sewage, can lead to harmful algal blooms and degrade water quality, harming marine life and the habitats they depend on. Climate change, with its associated rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification, poses a significant threat to coral reefs, the very foundation of the Caribbean's marine biodiversity. The Caribbean Sea, for all its beauty and resilience, is under increasing threat from human activities. Pollution from coastal development, agricultural runoff, and industrial waste discharges into the sea, contaminating waters and harming marine life. Overfishing, driven by demand for seafood, depletes fish populations faster than they can replenish, disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Plastic waste, a pervasive problem worldwide, finds its way into the Caribbean Sea, where it entangles marine animals and breaks down into microplastics, ingested by marine life with potentially harmful consequences. The cumulative impact of these human-induced stressors is taking a toll on the health of the Caribbean Sea, threatening the livelihoods of millions who depend on it and the survival of countless species that call it home. The time for action is now to mitigate these threats and ensure the long-term health of this invaluable ecosystem. Climate change casts a long shadow over the Caribbean Sea. Rising sea temperatures, a consequence of global warming, pose a severe threat to coral reefs. Corals, sensitive creatures, live in a symbiotic relationship with tiny algae. When temperatures rise too high, the algae are expelled, causing the coral to bleach and eventually die if the stress continues. Ocean acidification, another consequence of increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, further compounds the problem. As the ocean absorbs more carbon dioxide, the water becomes more acidic, making it difficult for corals and other marine organisms to build their calcium carbonate skeletons. The impacts of climate change are already being felt in the Caribbean, with more frequent and severe coral bleaching events and increasingly intense hurricanes causing widespread damage to coastal communities and marine habitats. Section 8, A Sea in Peril, the cost of inaction. The consequences of inaction are dire. The degradation of the Caribbean Sea's ecosystem will have far-reaching impacts, not just on the marine environment, but also on the millions of people who depend on it for their livelihoods. Fishing communities reliant on healthy fish populations will face dwindling catches and economic hardship. Tourism, a cornerstone of many Caribbean economies, will suffer as coral reefs lose their vibrancy and beaches erode. The loss of biodiversity, a treasure trove of genetic information and potential scientific discoveries, will be immeasurable. Beyond the economic and ecological costs, there is a profound moral imperative to act. The Caribbean Sea is a shared heritage, a global treasure that deserves our protection for current and future generations. Failure to act will not only jeopardize a vital ecosystem, but also diminish the planet's natural heritage for all time. Section 9, Guardians of the Caribbean. Despite the challenges, hope remains for the Caribbean Sea. Across the region, individuals, communities, and organizations are working tirelessly to protect this precious resource. Marine protected areas, carefully managed zones where fishing and other extractive activities are restricted, provide safe havens for marine life to recover and thrive. Restoration efforts such as coral gardening and seagrass planting aim to rehabilitate damaged habitats and enhance the resilience of the ecosystem. Education and outreach programs are raising awareness about the importance of the Caribbean Sea and empowering local communities to become stewards of their marine environment. These efforts, while encouraging, need to be significantly scaled up to match the magnitude of the challenges facing the Caribbean Sea. Section 10, A Shared Responsibility from Local to Global. Protecting the Caribbean Sea is not just the responsibility of those who live along its shores. It is a global imperative requiring collective action from governments, businesses, and individuals worldwide. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, the root cause of climate change, is paramount to mitigating the threats facing the Caribbean Sea and other vulnerable ecosystems around the world. Supporting sustainable fishing practices, both locally and internationally, is crucial to ensuring the long-term health of fish populations and the marine ecosystem. Reducing plastic pollution through responsible consumption and waste management will lessen the impact of this pervasive pollutant on marine life and habitats. International cooperation and collaboration are essential to address transboundary issues such as pollution and illegal fishing, which require coordinated efforts to effectively manage. Section 11, A Future Intertwined, Our Blue Legacy. The future of the Caribbean Sea, like that of our planet, hangs in the balance. The choices we make today will determine the fate of this invaluable ecosystem and the countless lives that depend on it. We can choose to continue down the path of unsustainable practices, jeopardizing the health of the sea and the well-being of future generations. Or we can choose a different path, one that recognizes the intrinsic value of the Caribbean Sea and embraces our responsibility to protect it. By embracing sustainable practices, supporting conservation efforts, and demanding action from our leaders, we can ensure that the Caribbean Sea continues to thrive, a vibrant testament to the wonders of our natural world for generations to come. The choice is ours, to safeguard this blue legacy or to risk its loss.